Hello and welcome. Z here from Sandhill Digital, bringing you a video on the abandoned cart automation. So in this instance, I'm going to be referencing both email and SMS potentially, but I'll be calling it a flow, which is synonymous with the word automation. And in this flow, it's called the abandoned cart flow. And the trigger is when somebody visits your website and they may be browsing around on a page or a product, they're going to execute an action called adding to cart. This adds an item or two or multiple items to their cart, and then they trigger this email. Now, this email is going to be sent upon that transaction or that action, but it's going to have some parameters involved. It's only going to trigger if somebody has not placed an order or proceeded to checkout. It's also going to check that they have not received an abandoned browse email from the abandoned browse flow within the last 24 hours, just ensuring everything's clean there, and this is their first touch as far as email or SMS is concerned. Now, based on the user preference, you can make this an SMS only, you can make this an email only, or you can make this an SMS email hybrid where you ask the question before each email, what is their preferred communications method? And then you send them that. So if it's preferred SMS, they get an SMS, preferred email, they get an email. So what we do here is we wait after that action takes place, the added to cart action. We wait a little bit to see if they've done anything. If they haven't done anything yet, then we send them their first email, which is going to be highlighting what they have in their cart sitting there. And it's going to be subtly suggesting that it doesn't have to do this, but it's going to, if you want to be strategic about it, you could suggest that these items aren't going to be here forever. So act now. You don't have to necessarily do that. You can do that possibly in the second email, which I'll be talking about. But in this first one, you do want to have the dynamic block that shows what's in their cart and then have very obvious calls to action to get them to complete this order by proceeding to checkout and then placing their order. So then we're going to wait 24 hours. And if this person still has not added to cart, checkout, or they have not placed an order and they have not received an abandoned browse email within the last 24 hours, and you can go one step further as well. You can say, has not opened previous email in this flow, then proceed to send them another email. And this email is going to be slightly different. This is the one where we could press upon the fact that we want them to really move on this, that there's a fear of missing out situation. Items don't always remain in stock, so act now. But also, this person may have abandoned their cart because they were shopping around other places or still had questions. So we want to add, like we suggested in the abandoned browse flow, to have an FAQ or a contact us section where people can have their questions answered, because this is always a helpful step here. And that's why a second email is very advantageous to have in your flow, although you can include this all into the first email as well and not have a second email. I have been with clients who have had one email all the way to 3 emails, 3 touch points. So it's up to you. You can bundle things into tighter situations and have it in 1 or 2 emails, or you can space it out a little bit more like we've done here. And I think the 2 email is the optimal situation. So this is how you would set up, or I set up primarily, an abandoned cart in its most basic form for my clients. And I hope you'd enjoy this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Take care.